Am I the a-hole for not saying I had money when my parents couldn't afford to take two of my siblings to a doctor? My parents are the worst with money, and because of them we had times we couldn't afford food or our power got cut from unpaid bills. Other times it took longer for us to see a doctor if we maybe needed one. They make enough money for that stuff not to be an issue, but they spend a bunch on themselves. Both my parents have expensive cars. They each have the most recent iPhone, and they upgrade every year. My mom goes to a fancy gym and pays for the highest tier of membership. My dad collects guns and model guns as a hobby. They eat out at nice places. They buy nice clothes. They don't spend on us like that. And there are times they can't afford to do the stuff they want either because they already spent the money. They drained their savings years ago and never saved again. Our house is awful when they can't afford the restaurants they like or gas for their cars. My parents complain even worse than my siblings, which I didn't think was possible. My parents have me, 17M, Emma, 15F, Lucy, 13F, James, 11M, Haley, 10F, and Ben, 8M. My siblings and I aren't close. I don't even like my siblings. I'm not sure anyone in our family likes or loves each other. I'm counting down the months until I can leave and go no contact. I was lucky that my best friend's family was there for me over the years, and they taught me about saving. They helped me open a bank account for the first time, and they helped me make it so my parents couldn't access my accounts or steal my identity for credit cards and stuff. They even helped me get my first job. I owe them a lot, and because of them, I have money saved to help me when I leave. They even gifted me a phone and a laptop for work and school. I kept that I had a job from my parents and siblings, and I would be at my best friend's house more than mine, so it wasn't unusual for me not to be around. But then a couple of weeks ago, Lucy and James were both sick and they were sent home from school, and my parents said they'd need to see a doctor, but it would need to wait until they got paid. It was maybe 4 days, I think, before my dad got paid and they could afford it, and my siblings were pretty sick. I didn't offer my money or say I had some so they could see a doctor sooner. I wasn't about to let my family know the truth. But then my saw me at work last week, and he and mom asked me how long I'd had a job and what I did with my money. I told them I spent it, and it didn't matter how long I had a job. They said it did because there was more money coming into the house, and I said no. They told me for something like my siblings being sick, I should have spoken up and gave them money for them to see a doctor. I told my parents it was their job and not mine. They told me they didn't have the money, and I told them it wasn't my problem. I said I wasn't going to give money I work hard for away so they can keep being bad with theirs. They told me I punished my siblings for that, and I said yeah, because they try to demand I take care of them and make up for the two of them. I said that's not my job, and I'm not helping out kids who call me names and act like I owe them just because I was born first. My parents still don't know about my bank account, but they know I make money, so now they're worse than ever, and my siblings are yelling at me more now that they know I could buy them stuff. They don't get why I won't step up since our parents don't. And my not paying for Lucy and James to see the doctor is brought up every day now. Am I the a-hole?